From Real News Daily in Los Angeles, I am Jeroen Vanemeyer. This is my first broadcast to provide a couple of headlines from the world news instead of news here in America that has no meaning. In Zimbabwe, with the upcoming elections, a lot of criticism has been come up against current leader Mugabe. Foreign officials have been noticing escalating violence all over the country. People are asked on the street their opinion and are either killed or beaten severely. Harare's new opposition selected mayor, his wife has been found murdered and severely burned. This is just one of the few instances of people being murdered in Harare and all over the country. International criticism has been high against Mugabe, the current leader, and food sanctions and other sanctions are being considered against Mugabe in Zimbabwe. Many of the opposition's leaders are not allowed to campaign and are actually held up in police stations when they do get out to get people on their sides. In America, Democratic presidential hopeful Barack Obama will not take public financing, he has announced this morning. If he would have taken public financing, he would have been able to get $80 million. But if you take public financing, you're not allowed to raise any money privately. McCain has been criticized by the Obama campaign as wanting to accept public financing, but previous money raised has been through private fundraising, so that should not allow McCain to accept public fundraising. Other news today in America, it's a big discussion about whether or not it should be allowed to do some new oil drilling in some parts of the US. President Bush is for getting new going to like the Gulf of Mexico, Florida, or off the coast of Santa Barbara to drill for oil. He sees this as a solution for the high oil prices and wants to get the national reserve of oil here in America higher so we can use this oil. Expert here in the United States, a professor from the Pasadena College, has announced that getting oil from new reserves in America will not have any effect on the high prices at the gas pumps lately. Here in Los Angeles, prices are up for a gallon. It's about $4.80, getting close to $5 per gallon. In the Middle East, today is the first day of a ceasefire between Israel and Hamas. Israel has promised it will ease its blockade on the Gaza controlled by the Hamas, and they will start new talks about a prisoner exchange with Hamas. Hamas says it's confident that all militants would stick to the truce. Kudos to Egypt, who has been responsible for negotiating this truce between Israel and Hamas. In Iraq, Iraqi troops take control in the southern city of Amara. Amara is a city close to the border between Iraq and Iran, and famous for a lot of smuggling between the two countries. This is considered a major crackdown of Shia militants and criminal gangs who have been responsible for the smuggling of weapons and other goods between Iran and Iraq. Meanwhile, in Baghdad, a car bomb in a Shia Muslim neighborhood in northern Baghdad kills about 50 and injured 75. The bomb went off at a bus stop during rush hour in the afternoon in Baghdad. Reports are still coming in, but as of now 50 have been confirmed dead. Also today in Baghdad it was reported that a TV journalist, a state TV journalist, Mr. Abdul Hamid, has been shot dead. In America, charges against a Marine officer have been dropped in the Haditha case. In 2005, in Haditha, 24 Iraqi civilians were killed, and among them were women and children. 8 Marines have been put on trial, and with today's ruling, 7 of the 8 have been acquitted of any wrongdoing in this case. Then some update finally about the European Football Championship, and in America it's called soccer, but all over the world it's called football. Today is the first quarterfinal, which will start at 11:45 Pacific time, which will be 1:45 Eastern time. Well, you can figure it out. 6-hour time difference between Europe, and it's going to be at 7:45 in Europe from Switzerland. So the first quarterfinal today is between Germany and Portugal, which should be a good match. Germany has been struggling this tournament, and Portugal has been pretty strong, and all focus is on their key player Ronaldo. Tomorrow on Saturday, Russia will play against the Netherlands, which is the country I was born and raised. So I'm looking forward to that. So this is it. Watch for daily updates in the morning Pacific Standard Time, Los Angeles. I'll try to give you a short, well, it's been 7 minutes, update on what's going on in the world. If there's anything happening throughout the day, I'll try to give a brief update. This was the news for Thursday, June 19th. 2 more days and summer will start. It's very hot in LA, downtown LA. Temperature can raise up to 92 degrees, 70s on the beach. From Real News Daily, this is Jaron.